Welcome in, everyone, to another edition of the Georgia Alabama Sports Live Show, live from Colin Scroggins Studios, CNAW. Make sure you go follow them on social media. We are presented by my GASL Law Firm, of course, Coca-Cola, Houston Clinic, and Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC. Got a jam-packed show in store for you. We had a fantastic time at 706 Day. I didn't know what I was in store for. My boy Castro texted me saying, hey, need you to help host. I thought it was going to be introducing a band. No, I was on stage for 4 hours, but I had fun. It was a great appearance by everyone in the community, and I'm all about positivity. A lot of negative stuff gets put out about what Columbus is and isn't. I'm not going to do that. I want to promote stuff like this that had family-friendly fun and just a lot of great time there. So we got Edwin Jackson coming in studio, former Shaw Raider, MLB All-Star, World Series champion, one of the best that's ever come out of this area. We're going to talk about why he supported Cash Flow's endeavor 4 years ago when they started 706 Day, what he's been up to, and more. Then we're going to have on Damian Daniels. You talking about the Columbus Lions, the hottest thing going right now in the city. We're flying up to Wheeling, West Virginia on Friday. We're going to broadcast the game, and hopefully the Lions bring home that championship. They're undefeated right now. Coach Daniels has done an amazing job. Corey Black, we've had Roger Beck, the owner, bringing in guys like Pastor Troy, Marco Rich, Tonio Armani, Leandria Johnson, Cupid. I was not going to forget Cupid. Those are some of the performances they had this year in just year one. You know what's about to happen in year two. Over 5,000 people in attendance that last game. And now we have 3 bus fulls of people literally leaving here early Saturday morning and going all the way up to Wheeling to watch the game, to turn around and coming back. Talking about someone that's invested. We love what the community has done, and we love that the Lions have given back. They come on, so we talked with Damian Daniels about their chance of winning a championship against Wheeling. Both games close. They won by 2 the first time and by 1 on the road last time, and this game is on the road at Wheeling. Going to be a tough environment, but we're glad fans are able to make the trip up there. Mike Frost comes on to talk high school football, and what can we say about Big Rich? You're going to get random facts. You're going to get stats. Whatever's up in that noggin, we're going to pull it out, and we're going to see what he has in store for y'all tonight here on the Georgia Alabama Sports Live Show. Quick break, and then we come on. Edwin Jackson next here on the Georgia Alabama Sports Live Show.
Imagine a life-changing injury. Imagine the fear and unknown. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team, the only physicians in the area with advanced certification in orthopedic sports medicine, treats sports injuries with innovative techniques. The Houston Clinic has helped nearly 1 million athletes live without pain. Imagine getting back in the game. Imagine the best game of your life. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team.
Hey everybody, hot summer prices have dropped at Glenn Smith GMC in Opelika. Drive home today in a brand new GMC Sierra 1500 with savings up to $15,750 off MSRP. Or get 0% financing for 60 months. Need more power? New GMC Sierra 2500 HD with savings up to $10,000 off MSRP. Or get 4.9% financing for 60 months. Glenn Smith GMC in Opelika. Get ready to smile.
Life's a cruise, that's the move.
Hello everybody, this is DJ Jones with the Sports Vision's Morning Show for the best in local, regional, and national sports news. Weekdays from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m.
You can find the Sports Vision's Morning Show on Facebook, YouTube. Also, you can listen to us on Apple and Spotify by typing in the Sports Vision's Morning Show, and download the Sports Vision's radio app right now in your app store today.
Sports Vision 92.1. We are your hometown sports guys.
back, everyone. Georgia, Alabama Sports Live Show, and I said it. He's in studio. My man, Edwin Jackson, the great Shaw Raider. How you been, man? And how is you enjoying retirement? What have you been up to, man?
Man, I appreciate the intro, man. Life is good, man. You know, I got the kids. I'm an unpaid Uber. I'm driving them around everywhere, but, you know, anytime I get a chance to drive the kids around, whether it's school, it doesn't matter, practice, games, you know, it's always fun for me because I get to fill in time that I spent or get time back that I spent on the field. You know, I get to pay it for it now. So it's always good to be with the family, man. Everybody healthy, so I definitely can't complain.
Coming back to your hometown, you've been here for the summer and seeing your family. Does it bring back memories? Do you like coming back home? And what is it like coming back to Columbus all these years after everything you accomplished, man?
As soon as I see that sign, Columbus 185, you already know the instincts that kick back in, man. But anytime I can come home, man, it's always a great feeling. I mean, it's home. Right. It's nothing like home. Like I tell people, I live in Arizona, but my heart is in Columbus. You know, I rep Columbus. When people ask where I'm from, I tell them Georgia, but right. I'm absolutely, and I'm excited to put that stamp on. I'm from Columbus, Georgia. You know, I ain't from Atlanta. I'm from right here in 706. You know, Columbus, Georgia, and I rep my city to the fullest.
We just heard Charles Flowers. He's still doing his thing, man. When you see Coach Flowers still giving back, still helping guys that were like you back in the day get an opportunity to play at the next level, does that make you proud knowing your coach is still doing his thing, man? Always,
man. The legacy that he leaves behind in Columbus is one of a kind. You know, there's not many coaches that can come through, be an AD, football coach, and baseball coach, and win a state title in both. But, I mean, it just speaks to the person he is, man. You know, he demanded a lot, he expected a lot, and he knew how to push the most out of his players, and he did just that at his rim and his stint at Shaw and everywhere else he went. You know, I hear a lot of people, and they talk about he was a hard coach, but I'm like, man, hard coaches bring out the best in players, and hard coaches are fun coaches once you get going and once you're doing what you're supposed to do. So shout out to Coach Flowers. You already know.
We were talking about your kids, man. Are they involved in sports? And how are you as a former, I always wonder, like a former professional athlete, you don't want to put too much pressure on them because you were one of the greats, but then you also want to see them do something special. How do you go about parenting that process without being too forceful or feel like they got to fill in your shoes like how you were back in the day?
Man, it's a thin line between pushing them and allowing them to create the space they wanted. The one thing you know as a parent, once you've made it to the top and once you've made it to a certain level, that has to come to a point where you got to want it more than a parent. I see a lot of parents nowadays and they pushing their kids to do something, but I don't know if they understand once you do this for a living or once you do it at collegiate level, that's all you doing all day, every day. Right. So I never wanted to be the parent to burn my kids out and push them too much and make them not love the sport once they get older, and that's all they doing every day. So I kind of create the space, but I also don't let them get too complacent or let them get too lazy too, because I don't want to find too far behind. Right. I don't want them to fall too far behind the 8-ball, but it's a thin line, you know. But I sit back and I kind of let them choose their own destiny, man.
Awesome, man. You know, I'm glad you brought that up. We've talked to you about this on Sports Visions about how today's landscape with high school athletics, really just how youth sports is, and it's become almost a business in itself. And what's your message for those parents out there that want their baby to be a professional or everything that deals with NIL, the transfer portal? It just seems like athletes are more confused than ever and having so much pressure on them than we did back in the day, man, with social media stuff. So what's your message to a young and up-and-coming athlete, man?
Man, we always push development over exposure. Okay. You know, I feel like once you involve money in everything, it kind of, you know, you get the good and bad and in every aspect of it. But you ranking a 10-year-old, 11-year-old, 12-year-old that you don't know what that 10, 11, 12-year-old is going to do 4 or 5 years from now. So it's kind of it's a unique situation because people also get NIL money. So it's a gift and a curse because now you setting some people up for failure because that 10 or 11-year-old might not be that same person he was once he on the field with everybody else, whatever field or court or whatever sport you play. Once you on the arena with everybody else who was the dog in their city, you never know how they're going to equate. But at the same time, like I said, once you mix business with the sports, things can get a little weary. But that's why I say I have my kids in a unique situation where I could kind of control the narrative. I can help them. I've been there, and like I tell them all the time, regardless of how hard you think it'll push you, nobody is gonna have the best interest I mean, nobody gonna have an interest in you like I have. I'm always have your best interest, even though y'all don't see it at the time.
Yeah, no doubt. You got to give some tough love, baby.
Always.
But I love how real you are, man, and I love how humble you are. You've accomplished a lot in your career. You don't talk about it. He's an all-star. He's a World Series champion. When you look back on your career, you got to reflect like, man, damn, I accomplished some things, dude. Think 20 years ago, did you think you would do what you did throughout your MLB career?
No chance. I didn't even know I was getting drafted. You know, honestly, I tell people I was just playing to get to school. You know, I was just trying to help my parents, help their pockets a little bit. You know, I know they didn't have a lot, but you know, I had everything that I needed. I didn't necessarily have everything that I wanted, and I was cool with that. So I was fine with going out and working hard, you know, and trying to help myself a little bit, and at the same time helping them. So that was really my motive, just kind of play to get to school.
That's awesome, man. And we love what you do. And you come back, you give back. And now let's talk about 706 Day. You and Cashflow have known each other for a long time. DJ Cashflow wanted to do something to give back to the city. 706 Day. I mean, that's the area code. We rep it all the time. Why did you want to get involved 4 years ago? And did you think it would turn into what it's become these last couple of years?
First off, shout out DJ Cashflow Cares. Yeah. Shout out the whole 706 committee. And shout out to all the people around the city who came out. You know, it wouldn't be possible without y'all. I mean, just for that, anytime you get a chance to give back, you have to. You know, I've always been a believer. You give whatever you receive from your blessings, make sure to spread them so other people can, you know, start blessings and they can continue to bless other people on their own. Right. My grandma always told me, you know, a closed hand, nothing come in, nothing can come out. So I've always been sure whatever I had, I make sure that some other people get to come up and cherish the fruits as well. But anytime we can come back and spread positivity in a city who kind of get a bad rap, why not? You know, we creating a peaceful space, a peaceful atmosphere. We got local artists coming out. We got local vendors, and it was a cool day. You know, every year it's starting to grow and grow and grow. This was our fourth one this year, and every year we expect it to get bigger and better. So shout out to all the people that came out, you know, to support 706 Day, and shout out to all the people that came out just to have fun, you know, and have a peaceful day in the city. Yeah,
and we saw that, and from all backgrounds, all races, all cultures, everybody can vibe to some music, man, and have a good time. I saw you had your family there, bro.
Everybody.
How awesome was that to see them come out and have fun with y'all too?
I think it's more fun for my kids because they still look at me like a nobody. Like, you who? Like, you ain't nobody. So for them to kind of come home and kind of see, we know a few people, you know, I kind of throw it in their face a little bit. But they know I don't glow too much. I'm a pretty chill person, man. Like you said, I don't really talk about what I did. Some of the stuff speak for itself, but I tell people also I'm an open book as well. I've been from the top to the bottom in sports, you know, and I still here. I never gave up, so I do have a lot of information that I carry, but I'm an open book. I just don't voluntarily come out and talk about myself, you know.
That's okay, because I'll do it for you. Hey, look, I'm looking at the camera right now. Chris, please, single shot right now before I let him go. Future, and I hope in the near future, Chattahoochee Valley Sports Hall of Famer. One more time, Chris, back on me. Hopefully in the near future, Chattahoochee Valley Sports Hall of Famer Edwin Jackson. Edwin, thank you so much for your time, bro. Appreciate the love you show the city. Appreciate you coming on the show.
Always good to come back. Hey, for all y'all kids watching, never give up on your dreams. Never let anybody tell you what you can and can't do. Control your own future. Remember that. You can do whatever you put your mind to.
Coolest guy I know, Edwin Jackson. Let's take a break. We got more here on the Georgia Alabama Sports Live Show.
To get your case started, do yourself a favor and visit us at MikeCostelloLawFirm.com. 24/7, nights and weekends, 365 days a year, and we only collect if you get paid.
Hey everybody, hot summer prices have dropped at Glenn Smith Chevrolet in Opelika. Drive home today in a brand new Chevy Silverado with savings up to $15,000 off MSRP. Or get 0% financing for 60 months. Need more power? New Silverado 2500 HD with savings up to $12,000 off MSRP. Or get 4.9% financing for 60 months. Glenn Smith Chevrolet in Opelika. Get ready to smile.
A strong workout needs a strong recovery. And with your Planet Fitness Black Card, you get access to all new amenities like the Red Light Sauna and Polar Dry Plunge, both designed to reduce muscle soreness and relieve tension. Reset, restore, and recover your muscles so you can do it all again tomorrow.
Come check it out.
Join Planet Fitness today for just $1 down, $24.99 a month to access all new recovery amenities and keep your momentum going.
Sign up today. Deal ends July 8th.
I thought I heard Edwin Jackson's private jet leaving. Shout out to my guy Edwin Jackson for coming into the studio one more time. Near future,
yes.
I'm talking about get it right. Listen, Chris, I've been waiting on this for a while. Please, you don't want to make an enemy out of me. I'm going to see me. Hold on. You don't want to make an enemy out of me. Future, and the most recent future coming up. Chattahoochee Valley Sports Hall of Fame Edwin Jackson was in studio. Appreciate Edwin and appreciate him coming on.
Oh, yeah.
Now I got the man. That's Mike Frost. Frosty, the starter. He likes.
I've been called the pot stirrer here.
You are Mr. Pot Stirrer. You are. But we have you in because we're going to talk high school athletics, and we're going to be talking softball.
Yeah.
You really embraced softball last year. I know remember Alabama schools like Glenwood that made a historic run. They play in the spring. Russell County had one of their better years. And then Central, obviously great. Smith Station, we all know what happened with them. They should have made the playoffs.
Yeah.
That was some nonsense, but that's neither here nor there. And then on the flip side, remember in Georgia, the fall comes. And we got some good teams now.
Oh, yeah.
Calvary, defending state champion. Harris County made it to the state championship. Northside, always good with Sidney Sprague. Talk about what you're looking forward to. Fall softball. You had a lot of fun last year.
Oh, yeah.
Who's some of the top returning teams?
Oh, I mean, it's probably going to be one of those where the richer get richer. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's Northside's still going to be up there, even though they're moving up to 6A. I think they're in a favorable region, so they got a good chance of winning the region this year, unlike their football counterpart. You know, they're going up there to play teams like Creekside and Noonan, you know, Morrow, all those teams, McIntosh, teams like that. Woodward Academy is probably going to be their toughest bet in softball. So I see Northside's going to be able to battle. They lost a lot of people in this fall, but I believe they're going to be great. Calvary, I mean, you had a team full of 8th and 9th graders, basically. You win a state title. So you're looking for three in a row probably for the Knights here. Harris County, of course, moving up to 5A. They're going to be in a region with LaGrange and those guys. So they're not in a slouch of a region either. But I believe Harris County can make a deep run in 5A. You know, they're not quite in the 7A with all the other ones. Like, you know, last year they had to play a lot of the tough teams in 4A just to get to where they did because, I mean, 4A was stout last year in softball. Those are going to be your three. Glenwood's got a good chance. And then I'm really looking forward to seeing what they do at Smith Station. New coaching staff out there with Tyler and his wife.
Tyler and Casey.
Yeah.
Casey Dow, I think big things from them.
I'm expecting some good things. You got a lot of youth out there as well. You had the young Avery Culberson on the mound that beat Auburn basically in that playoff that they got negated because of a technicality, which we all know was BS. We look back on that. But I feel like Smith Station is going to make a deep run this year. They're going to be tough for Central to come out of. I mean, it's going to be a good battle in that way as well, even though that's not till the spring. But as far as fall goes, we'll stick with that. Yeah, Northside, Harris County, Columbus is going to have a good year as well. They got some good ones. Addie Hart, I believe, is going to be out there on the mound for them as well. So it's going to be a good one. You're going to see Shaw. Maybe Shaw can battle back, but Hardaway, you know, there's still some good teams that all made playoffs that all had a good run last year. Let's see. It's going to be fun. Right now they got the FCA camp going on downtown.
Yeah.
So 3 days of softball. And I don't believe it's one of those things where they keep score. Of course, Fellowship of Christian Athletes. So they're just wearing jerseys, I guess you could say, having a good time, fellowship.
But it's just like a team camp where we saw CSU for basketball. Pacelli, new coach. And I know you're excited about them.
Yeah.
You know him. Brookshaw, Coach Stillwell, had a great year last year. Just missed the playoffs. We know about the Juggernauts in Harris County, Calvary, and Northside. We expect them to be up there. But I thought Shaw had a really good year last year. Remember, they made the playoffs. Columbus won the region, made a deep run. I expect both those programs to continue on. I like what I'm seeing. Hardaway, Coach Anthony, same thing. Softball is a premium here. And, we're going to be ranking and doing all that this upcoming when we do top 5 for softball rankings. And if you were to ask me right now who are the top 5 teams in any order, I'd say Harris County, Calvary, Northside. This is where I'm talking just for fall. We're not remember we're not adding the spring ones right now. I mean, could Pacelli be in the mix right now?
I think Pacelli's going to springboard some
Columbus,
people. Hardaway's actually a playoff team as well, but I think the one that I'm really excited to see the improvement happen is at Pacelli. You know, you've got the new coach out there. He's fresh, young kid, really, really adamant about teaching these young ladies how to play the game, how to, you know, some mental and on the field as well. I feel like they're going to make a big step forward here, and I think they got a good chance. At least, even though Calvary is the returning state champion. Sorry,
okay.
I feel like Pacelli's going to really give them a run for their money this year. But we'll see what happens.
All right, let's go from softball and let's talk some football. Richard, be ready. Rich, Big Rich. He's in there somewhere. He's our statistician. Remember I told you, random facts, stats, it's all coming from that brain. We're going to talk volleyball with him. You talking about Mr. Volleyball?
Oh, yeah.
Big Rich embraced that last year. He'll talk about some of the top volleyball returning programs coming up in the fall when he comes on later on. We still got Damian Daniels. Let's go to football. We talked a little bit, and let's kind of briefly review top returning quarterbacks.
Yeah.
I obviously, Bobby over at Central, Bobby Coleman. We expect big things from him.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
We also expect big things from Elijah Fudge, from Spencer. I'm expecting big things from Clarity over at Glenwood. He's returning from injury last year. There's a lot of talent out there. Broughton Branch may be the best out of all of them. From Brookstone with Ian Headley, which those are some of the names that come up in my head. Who are some others that you can think of?
Braxton Wilkinson at Calvary. He's another one there.
Finally getting another year under Coach Brunson's system.
Yeah, dual threat quarterback as well, just like most of the ones we have around here. I mean, he's able to run and throw. You've got him out there. You've got over at Shaw, you've got Dalen. He's going to be a good one out there for them. We saw a couple of them there during the 7-on-7 they had out at Air Smith Station the other week, where we saw a lot of that good talent come through. Bobby Peters Jr., he's going to have a good year out there at Columbus High School. I feel like he's going to step in for Andrew Smith IV and have a great season. It's just going to be a matter of what kind of offensive style they plan on running there, because it was basically built off of Smith at quarterback last year. So it's going to be more of a spread it around, maybe try to run the ball more, more kind of like the old school way, hand it off rather than having Andrew Smith just kind of run it out of the quarterback position. But I feel like the quarterback depth in this town is going to be phenomenal. I think there's going to be great games. But as a big man myself, it's always going to come down to, can they block? Does that quarterback have time? Can they do it? So who's going to have the best offensive line is really going to help us out on who's going to have the best quarterback.
And we'll get into those offensive linemen. Also on Thursday's show, hopefully, Mike, you'll be here, and we'll be able to talk with the new Northside head football coach. I tried getting him on today. I know he's busy. We're going to try to get him on Thursday, and we'll start implementing in the next couple of weeks, trying to get some of those coaches come in. And I want to know, how's their offensive line? Because I'm with you. That is the big key. Now let's talk running back. They need good offensive line too, but a good running back can make an offensive line look great. You know that better than anyone, Big Mike. Let's talk about top returners. Chris Lucas put up 113 yards a game last year, over 1,000 yards, Russell County. I think he was just a sophomore. He's going to be great. Dylan Terry would have probably broke some of Brookstone records for most rushing yards. I don't know, they used to be a rushing team for Blair Harrison, so I don't want to say that he would break records, because they used to be a running team back in the day. But Dylan would probably had over 1,000 yards. He had 404 games before he was injured. I like what I see from him. Who are some of the other guys that you're looking forward to this year? And remember, we had guys graduate. We have some guys leaving this area, going on to do great things. We shout out to Zach Watts, who went to Carrollton. We are proud of him. We're going to still support him while he's up there, because he's still from this area, from Columbus.
Watts run deep in Columbus.
All deep, brother. So tell me right now, who's some of the other names? As I may mention, Chris Lucas, Dylan Terry. How about Cam Carino over at Pacelli?
That's what I'm saying. Cam Carino at Pacelli. I mean, committed to Air Force. He's going to be out there next fall. But a great kid going out there. He's going to be a great running back at Pacelli this year. I feel like he might have a breakout season as well. It's going to be one of those things where it depends on. That's why I'm kind of excited about not just our local public schools, but the GIAA. It's going to be a 3-team race for that region championship to get to the playoffs between Brookstone with Terry, Pacelli with Carino, and Calvary as well. I mean, you've got other ones out there. We'll see what Hardaway comes up with as a running back position. I'm not too sure who they have returning. They're Jordan. But you've got guys out there that are going to be doing well. Shaw's got a couple of good ones coming back. So, like you said, Carino, Terry, a couple of these other guys. It's going to be a great year so far for running backs. It's like I said, though, it's all going to come down to the big boys. And I'm going to have to figure out who's going to be down there in the slot and who's going to have the best offensive line so far this season. We'll have to go out there and maybe watch a couple of 5-on-5s this summer and see who's going to be out there hitting the hardest.
How about Nate Malone over at Glenwood, one of the fastest guys around. Jay Sean Woodhouse. Expect big thing for them. Smith Station's going to have a stable of running backs. And last year's, I'm sorry, and Blair Harrison's going to kill me, but I'm trying to remember everybody's name. But while I'm doing that, I know you're looking forward to seeing some of these guys.
Oh, yeah.
And I think, honestly, this year, the quarterback room, we got a lot of newcomers coming in. Someone's going to make a big stand. Again, Broughton Branch, I feel like, is at the top of the totem pole right now. But running back wise, I feel like there's so many options that it really could be a run heavy
Mm-hmm.
area for us next year.
I mean, we've got great quarterbacks out here so far. I mean, and we forgot to bring up the state championship winning freshman Sebastian Hurd, who'll be a sophomore this year. I don't know how we forgot to do that. That just hit me dead in the throat whenever I said, "Yeah, I know."
Stop. Moment of silence.
Yeah.
Moment of silence. Both of us, hang your heads now.
Mm-hmm.
Sebastian, you know I love you. I say every time I see you, I give you a big hug, knowing you since you were a baby head, knowing your brother. I will never do it again. Do a touchdown pass. Me and Frost were there in the biggest game of the season.
Yes, against Sumter
Most
County.
watched game on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
In the mud.
And we said, nah, we ain't gonna talk about that.
Yeah.
The freshman, he ain't like it's not like he got better this year. Mike, even the pros sometimes forget.
Forgive us, box top assassin. We're sorry.
You're right, Sebastian. How about
Yeah.
the year from him last year,
Oh,
the
man.
freshman? You know he is just exuding a lot of
Yeah.
confidence with TJ Woodson. We're talking about receivers
Yeah.
returning. And again, running back room is going to be a little bit different than it was last year.
Yeah.
There's still talent there,
Oh,
but
yeah.
there's a lot to rely on for Sebastian Hurd.
Yeah, I believe like it's going to turn into Hurd's offense this year. Like you said, I mean, they've lost basically all three running backs that started last year between Tarver, Caslin, and Watts now. So, I mean, it's going to come down to can Hurd just go ahead and take over this offense, be the leader that they're going to need out there under Coach Jarvis Jones as their quarterback. Going back to the running games, you watch some of the styles of some of these teams out here. Like when you look at Smith Station with the wing T, a lot of run game there, a lot of misdirection. There's going to be they're going to 85% of the time, probably more than that, they're going to be running the ball out there. We'll see what Northside has as far as scheme goes offensively. Not sure what kind of offense. I guess if we get the coach on Thursday, we'll find out a little bit more about how he plans on running the offense out there.
Right.
Harris County, run heavy, even with Harrison at quarterback, Caden Harrison.
And Oropeza coming in that
Yeah.
likes to spread it around when
Yep.
he can, but he's had Malachi Holsley. He's had 1,000-yard backs, and last year they ran basically a triple option for Northside
exactly.
with Wakefield at quarterback position.
Yeah, so I mean, it's going to be fun to watch these because there's all different styles. School to school, you have a different style of offense. So it's going to be fun to kind of watch and see what these guys do, what kind of progression they made from last fall, and what kind of, I guess, new foundation that some of these coaches that are going to be first-year head coaches come in and do at the schools they're at now.
All right, some guys returning next year. How about Matthew Love, a junior, put up about 52.4 yards per game. The team, Love, it was a junior last year, Matthew Love, so he will be returning. So we'll see how Harris County offense. He's a returning rusher for them. For Smith Station, Luke Sexton, he's returning. He was their leading rusher last year at close to 800 yards. So excited about the running back room. Let's talk receiver. I think the top of the penthouse right now. I'm leaning towards.
It's probably Sebastian Hurd.
Yeah,
I'll tell you.
Sebastian, hold on. I'll call you right back.
I told you I was sorry, man.
But let's talk receivers. TJ Woodson, what an incredible year last year. He's gonna be a lot of fun to watch this year. Who are some of the other names you think about?
Mitchum Kelly out there at Brookstone. We've talked about him as well. You've got a couple of other guys around town. I'm trying to think of some of the other ones here. My mind's going blank. You have to forgive me because, like I said, I'm a big boy, so I like the offensive line, but I like running the ball. So when it comes to receivers, like we said, Mitchum Kelly out there, TJ Woodson. You've got the guys out there, Pacelli. Was it Thomas, I believe, that we talked about at Pacelli? You've got a couple of them at Brookstone. Ian Headley sent me a highlight of a young kid coming up out at Brookstone that's going to be a freshman this year. I think it's really going to help Mitchum Kelly kind of take the tops off of offenses. But that's going to be probably our main connection will be Sebastian Hurd and TJ Woodson this year. That's going to be one of the fun ones we get to watch. Saw some good throws out of Peters. I'm trying to remember some of the receivers' names at Columbus as well. But like I said, I mean, you've got a lot of talent across the city as far as quarterbacks go. It's just going to be a matter of the blocking and then the receivers getting open and being able to hold on to the ball because that's one of the things we watched during the 7-on-7 with Spencer. Elijah Fudge, one of the greatest arms around the city right now. And you saw a couple of drop balls by his receivers just during the 7-on-7. So can they correct that and have that receiving core really have a better mesh and a better continuity during the football season once those pads come on? 7-on-7, no pads. You get down in the fall, you got to worry about catching the ball and getting hit at the same time.
Like I didn't catch that phone right there. But yes, I'm with you, Mike. So looking forward to seeing them. John Thompson, J.D. Davis over at Pacelli had great years last year, man. Central's been wide receiver U for a long time. Sawyer Talbot over at Calvary. I'm expecting big things from these guys and looking forward to some anyone else. And if I'm not mentioning you, that's not because I don't know you. It's just because a lot of people I'm trying to remember. And trust me, use me as motivation, not saying your name right now, because if you ball out, your name will be talked about right here on Georgia, Alabama.
And the closer we get, the better we'll be as far as remembering these young men. So we're going to do a lot of studying over the next few weeks.
No doubt. And can't wait to get and dive in as we get more and more coaches come in, get a feel for their team. Knowing coach speak, we ain't going to be very good. You ain't going to get nothing from them. If I hear from every one of them, and it's like every one of them got the worst season coming up.
Oh, yeah.
They have no idea what their team is. They don't know nothing. And then it's the same teams that win that say that they're nothing. And I'm like, I'm not falling for your crap anymore. I know you're good. You reload every year, so please.
We're just going to go back to basics, man. I just don't know what we have out there on the field right now. You know, we got a bunch of young kids coming up, and we just don't know what we're going to do. We just got to start over. We got to make sure they know how to block. You know, I got your linemen coming out here trying to block like this. So, but yeah, it's going to be one of those things. They're going to come up with excuses for why they can't just come out there and be confident. Now, they're going to tell the kids one thing,
right?
Public another. So,
well, we're going to take a break. That's Mike Frost. He's my dude. When we come back, we got more here on Georgia, Alabama Sports Live.
To get your case started, do yourself a favor and visit us at MikeCostelloLawFirm.com. 24/7, nights and weekends, 365 days a year, and we only collect if you get paid.
Hey everybody, hot summer prices have dropped at Glenn Smith GMC in Opelika. Drive home today in a brand new GMC Sierra 1500 with savings up to $15,000 and $750 off MSRP. Or get 0% financing for 60 months. Need more power? New GMC Sierra 2500 HD with savings up to $10,000 off MSRP. Or get 4.9% financing for 60 months. Glenn Smith GMC in Opelika. Get ready to smile.
At Jack Houston Memorial Hospital, our focus is you. Even though we performed more than 1,300 joint replacements last year, we treat you like you are our only patient. Your surgeon explains your joint replacement, so nothing is a surprise. Our team knows your treatment plan, and we work together to get you back on your feet again. That's why our hospital is recognized year after year as a leader in patient satisfaction and quality of care. Jack Houston Memorial Hospital. Excellence, always.
A strong workout needs a strong recovery. And with your Planet Fitness Black Card, you get access to all new amenities like the Red Light Sauna and Polar Dry Plunge, both designed to reduce muscle soreness and relieve tension. Reset, restore, and recover your muscles so you can do it all again tomorrow.
Come check it out.
Join Planet Fitness today for just $1 down, $24.99 a month to access all new recovery amenities and keep your momentum going.
Sign up today. Deal ends July 8th.
Hello, everybody. This is DJ Jones with the Sports Visions Morning Show for the best in local, regional, and national sports news. Weekdays from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m.
You can find the Sports Visions Morning Show on Facebook, YouTube. Also, you can listen to us on Apple and Spotify by typing in the Sports Visions Morning Show, and download the Sports Visions radio app right now in your app store today.
Sports Vision 92.1. We are your hometown sports guys.
Life's a cruise, that's the move.
And welcome back to the Georgia Alabama Sports Live Show. Mike, I know we were talking about who was going to bring it in because you've really started to become that lead guy that can do it. And I've been so proud of just the work that you've done. But it's actually you and me doing this segment because Thrift's taking a little break, but we've got a pretty cool segment, volleyball. You had a chance to call some volleyball matches for Georgia Alabama Sports Live last year, and I'm just going off of the rankings from last year. I do want to throw this out. Even though the rankings that came out, there's still a lot of changes. And volleyball is that first sport. Like, Pacelli plays Columbus August the 6th, which we're going to be probably streaming on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. It's going to be here before you know it. But what are some of the takeaways from the volleyball season last year? What are you looking forward to this year?
Oh, man, I loved watching the volleyball and being able to cover it last year. It's one of those things where you come out, the girls really get excited, the parents really excited, the gyms are fun. Probably the biggest thing for me was catching up to the speed of the game. You know, trying to keep up with it when you're out there calling it as well. But it's just exciting to be able to go out there and watch these young women go out there. They're really athletic. I mean, you don't – a lot of people – not saying they don't think of volleyball as athletic, but when you see it in person, you start to realize how athletic these girls really are. And it's exciting. I'm excited for the season to come up and be able to call a few more this year.
Yeah, most definitely. And some of the teams from last year that made the playoffs – well, first of all, Pacelli, back-to-back champions, trying to go for a three-peat. But they have their third coach in the last 3 years. Kaylee Rose is now the new head coach for the Pacelli Lady Vikings. And they've lost seniors like Shannon Menifee and Anna Doe, but they still have Mayla Resnick, who's just an outstanding volleyball player. I think Pacelli's going to be strong. How about Calvary? Bringing back their top hitters, Abigail Steffens and Abigail Holder, both leading with kills per set, and then Madeline Gaps, that libero position. I think Calvary, they feel like they got some unfinished business. They lost to Pacelli in the playoffs last year. And then, in my opinion, Mike, probably the best volleyball player, hands down, in this area, Carson Galligan for Brookstone.
Oh, yeah, she's great. She's phenomenal. I believe she just signed somewhere, if I'm not mistaken.
She was focused on volleyball this year. Did not play basketball. She focused on volleyball this year. So Coach Lee Halverson, he's got a good one there.
Oh, yeah, Lee's a great guy as well. I just want to shout out Lee Halverson.
Oh, yeah.
He's, you know, we go to church together, too, at Solid Rock, so I got to shout out my guy out there at Brookstone. But, yeah, it's going to be fun to watch, you know, Pacelli, Brookstone, and Calvary. I mean, the top three teams, all GIAA teams right now, but they're also very athletic teams, very good coach teams. Like you said, Pacelli able to win back-to-back state titles, even though they're on their third coach in 3 years now. So, I mean, it's all about the athleticism. The girls, you see the hard work that gets put in regardless.
Absolutely. And over the other side of the river in Alabama, you know that Glenwood is going to be a team that's going to make the playoffs. I know they're in the new region, especially with the private schools like Houston Academy, Montgomery Catholic, but Malaya West Sanchez, Rory Dunbar, some talented players, and we're gonna get to see them play Pacelli. I was looking at the schedule; they're gonna play Calvary.
Nice.
You know, they're gonna have a pretty solid schedule. I'm really interested to see how Smith Station, Russell County, Central, how their season plays out. But let's talk about the Muskogee County schools, because Columbus won it. They won the region. They got to the quarterfinals. They had a very disappointing loss to Ringgold. They do lose Kiara Parsons, who's now at Point University. But Lauren Myers, I mean, she is a tall, a heavy hitter at the front of that line. I mean, you have somebody like there, she's going to get a lot of kills on the per set. But Shaw impressed me last year, making it all the way to the region championship. And then Kendrick with Coach Angela Long winning Coach of the Year.
Oh, yeah, that's one of those things, right? You look forward to those teams as well. A lot of that, like I said, it's just athleticism and a lot of coaching. It comes down to being in the right position at the right time, communicating with each other's teammates. So you know they've been working hard all summer long to get ready for this fall, because when volleyball kicks off, it's exciting. And it's just go to the gym one day and go watch the game. Go watch a match. That's all I got to say. And you're going to go ahead and change your mind about volleyball.
Yeah, and some other teams I want to talk about from last year, Harris County. Can you believe this? They won 30 games last year and missed out on the playoffs because they lost in the region tournament, because only the top four make it into the playoffs. And then Northside, I'm interested to see how they are in volleyball playing in 6A. And I do want to say that the volleyball in this area has really been impressive, and I'm glad that we've been able to live stream these games on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Oh, yeah. And you speak of some of these teams, Harris County, like you said, they were a young team just as well as Northside was. I mean, they're both moving up, like you said, Harris County the 5A, Northside the 6A. Northside played a lot of freshmen last year on that volleyball team, so I like to see how they're going to look this coming fall.
Yeah.
A lot more work together during the summer. I've seen where some of the girls playing travel ball together as well, going to these big tournaments. I want to see how much improved these teams are going to. It's going to be elevated play all fall with volleyball around the area.
Yeah, shout out to Blakely Arnold, who's now playing volleyball at Point University, as she played last year for Northside.
Nice.
So, with that being said, Mike, I mean, we covered volleyball. Obviously, who do you think can win a state championship?
Ooh, well, you got to go with the ones who've done it before, of course, with Pacelli, like you said. I believe Pacelli's got a good shot, but it's going to be tough. Like you said, right now you look at our rankings as they are right now, the top 3 teams in the area, all GIAA. So just getting out of that region alone is going to be tough in order to win a title. So we'll see if there's going to be kind of a little bit of a teeter-totter going there through the rankings throughout the year, who can win the big games, who can make it far. Columbus, a region champ. Can they come back, win the region again, make it far in the state?
They're now going to be in 4A.
Yeah.
So.
And that's one of the things about it. Everybody's kind of moving up, moving around. So we get to see what these teams look like going in. I mean, we talk about some of the moving around. Of course, Harris County's going to have to play teams like LaGrange, Upson Lee, teams like that up there. And then Northside playing other teams that are really good volleyball clubs like Woodward Academy. Noonan, yep. So, I mean, it's going to be – it's going to be fun to watch this year and see who I kind of like the fact that they changed classifications because now it gets out of the same teams, same matchups every year. You're starting to see more teams throughout the area. You know, you've got like the 4A teams going to play all the Albany squads, which is what it used to be back in the day. You know, you're going to play Westover, Monroe, Dougherty County. So it's going to be fun to see how it goes this fall.
Yeah, one of the things I really enjoy when it comes to live streaming volleyball is the tri matches.
Yeah.
I mean, the volleyball matches, they last about an hour. You have 3 sets. Usually, when it goes to 3 sets, it's just fascinating volleyball. But, you know, these battles are back and forth. But these tri matches are very unique because you get to see all these teams play each other.
Oh, yeah.
And that's why I just love the fact that, you know, we do have the local teams in these tri matches.
Yes, exactly.
But yeah, the volleyball has been incredible in this area. So, Mike, I appreciate you coming on and talking a little volleyball here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Well, I enjoy it. Even though I'm too old to jump nowadays, I still like to watch it. So I do my little Steve Holman every time somebody spikes the ball.
Hey, and we are not far off from flag football. I think that we'll implement flag football in these shows. Is that's going to be coming? I mean, they're going to start it a little bit sooner. And guess what? Glenwood, Calvary, Chaco, they're all getting flag football teams. It's growing. It's growing in this area.
And then we're going to have other big ones like Smith Station that went far last year in the playoffs as well. A couple other big teams. So I'm looking forward to flag as well. That's still, I mean, I know we're going to be, and we're not really talking flag right now.
Yeah, we're not talking flag now, but it's just.
I have to bring up just my probably my number one experience I had this past year with Georgia Alabama Sports Live was doing the Alma Bryant versus Smith Station flag football game. Brian Easton, the athletic director, puts bleachers in the back of the end zone, has a student section and the band out there playing at a flag football game. Nobody sees that. Heck of an atmosphere. It was a great one out there that night.
Yeah, no question about it. We cannot wait. Fall sports is spring sports just passed.
Yeah.
Fall sports is just around the corner. We are a month away from media days and the start of fall sports on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we got more Georgia Alabama Sports Live show here. We'll be right back here from the CNAW2 News Studios. We'll be back.
At Jack Houston Memorial Hospital, our focus is you. Even though we performed more than 1,300 joint replacements last year, we treat you like you are our only patient. Your surgeon explains your joint replacement, so nothing is a surprise. Our team knows your treatment plan, and we work together to get you back on your feet again. That's why our hospital is recognized year after year as a leader in patient satisfaction and quality of care. Jack Houston Memorial Hospital. Excellence, always.
A strong workout needs a strong recovery. And with your Planet Fitness Black Card, you get access to all new amenities like the Red Light Sauna and Polar Dry Plunge, both designed to reduce muscle soreness and relieve tension. Reset, restore, and recover your muscles so you can do it all again tomorrow.
Come check it out.
Join Planet Fitness today for just $1 down, $24.99 a month to access all new recovery amenities and keep your momentum going.
Sign up today. Deal ends July 8th.
To get your case started, do yourself a favor and visit us at MikeCostelloLawFirm.com. 24/7, nights and weekends, 365 days a year, and we only collect if you get paid.
Life's a cruise, that's the move.
Hello, everybody. This is DJ Jones with the Sports Visions Morning Show for the best in local, regional, and national sports news. Weekdays from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m.
You can find the Sports Visions Morning Show on Facebook, YouTube. Also, you can listen to us on Apple and Spotify by typing in the Sports Visions Morning Show, and download the Sports Visions radio app right now in your app store today.
Sports Vision 92.1. We are your hometown sports guys.
And welcome back here to the Georgia-Alabama Sports Live Show. And it's time to talk Columbus United FC. I'm in the soccer mood, even though the United States completely no-showed yesterday against Belgium. But Columbus United comes in with a 2-2-6 record. That's 2 wins, 2 losses, 6 ties. They got 13 points. They're in third place in the South Central Division. They will take on Montgomery United FC tomorrow, and then their home finale, which we will have broadcasted on Sports Engine Play on Saturday, 7:30 on the pitch at A.J. McClung Memorial Stadium, as they will be taking on East Atlanta FC. It's been a very unique season, especially in the World Cup year. Everybody is in the mood and has got the excitement for soccer. The pro shop has been a huge success. High side market with the watch parties for the World Cup have been a huge success. And I know that I'm going to have Coach Stuart Flaherty on the Columbus United Coaches Show on Friday, just recapping the season just to see how things have gone. And you have players like Sako Kanate, who is incredible as a striker, as a mid-back. He could play attacking midfielder. He is just talented. And then you got Casenio Hall, who leads the team with 4 goals on the season. It's got local guys like Nick Gettridge and E.J. Siraj. It's been a successful season, year 2 in USL2, and they will close out the season this Saturday, as we will have it for you on Sports Engine Play. All right, since I got the floor and I have a soccer segment, I'm going to keep it a soccer segment because I'm going to talk World Cup. And look, I know that you are all disappointed that the United States lost once again in the round of 16 to Belgium, a team that we thought we could beat. I know that the red card getting lifted for Flo Balogun and his suspension put on hold, it did not matter in this game. I felt that Belgium was the better team. They came out hungry. They were attacking. The defensive players for the United States were out of position, especially Tim Ream, who I think is way past his prime. I don't think he needs to be in the World Cup in 2030 because he's 38 years old. And then we have a keeper who is an MLS keeper. He plays for NYFC, Matt Freese. We struggled in that back line. We struggled in the keeper position. So I think that, yeah, we're disappointed that we lost to Belgium, but we also understand that even though we might be catching up to the world, we are still right where we need to be ranked in the FIFA rankings. We came into the World Cup ranked 17th, and we got to the round of 16. I would say that's a success. We don't like the result because there were 3 goals in that match that I felt that the United States just gave away. So with that being said, I'm still going to watch the World Cup. I'm pulling for England to win it all. They got a tough matchup against Norway. Eric Haaland is a superstar. Lionel Messi's still in it. Can you believe Argentina was down 2-0 to Egypt in the 75th minute, and they came back and they won? That was an incredible comeback. You got France that's taking on Morocco. You got Belgium and Spain. I love the 18-year-old Yami Yamal. He's going to be a superstar. England's got superstars in Harry Kane and Jude Bellingham. I'm going to go on a limb. I'm going to say it's going to be England and France in the World Cup final. This has really been a huge success, and I'm glad that the United States, Mexico, and Canada have been the hosts. I can't wait till 2030. Yeah, I'm already talking about 2030. World Cup qualifying will begin in 2027, and the goal is, now that the United States is out, hey, what can we do to try to get back to the World Cup? You got to qualify for the World Cup. Christian Pulisic's going to be 31 years old. He's going to be almost past his prime, but Flo Balogun is going to be in his prime, and I think that that should be the striker that the United States national team should be centered on. They got to do something about the keeper, and they got to do something about that back line. That's all I'm going to say about soccer. We're going to go ahead and take a break. We got more Georgia Alabama Sports Live Show live from the CNAW 2 News studio. We'll be back after this.
Hello, everybody. This is DJ Jones with the Sports Visions Morning Show for the best in local, regional, and national sports news. Weekdays from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m.
You can find the Sports Visions Morning Show on Facebook, YouTube. Also, you can listen to us on Apple and Spotify by typing in the Sports Visions Morning Show, and download the Sports Visions radio app right now in your app store today.
Sports Vision 92.1. We are your hometown sports guys.
Imagine a life-changing injury. Imagine the fear and unknown. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team, the only physicians in the area with advanced certification in orthopedic sports medicine, treats sports injuries with innovative techniques. The Houston Clinic has helped nearly 1 million athletes live without pain. Imagine getting back in the game. Imagine the best game of your life. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team.
At Jack Houston Memorial Hospital, our focus is you. Even though we performed more than 1,300 joint replacements last year, we treat you like you are our only patient. Your surgeon explains your joint replacement, so nothing is a surprise. Our team knows your treatment plan, and we work together to get you back on your feet again. That's why our hospital is recognized year after year as a leader in patient satisfaction and quality of care. Jack Houston Memorial Hospital. Excellence, always.
Hey everybody, hot summer prices have dropped at Glenn Smith Chevrolet in Opelika. Drive home today in a brand new Chevy Silverado with savings up to $15,000 off MSRP. Or get 0% financing for 60 months. Need more power? New Silverado 2500 HD with savings up to $12,000 off MSRP. Or get 4.9% financing for 60 months. Glenn Smith Chevrolet in Opelika. Get ready to smile.
A strong workout needs a strong recovery. And with your Planet Fitness Black Card, you get access to all new amenities like the Red Light Sauna and Polar Dry Plunge, both designed to reduce muscle soreness and relieve tension. Reset, restore, and recover your muscles so you can do it all again tomorrow.
Come check it out.
Join Planet Fitness today for just $1 down, $24.99 a month to access all new recovery amenities and keep your momentum going.
Sign up today. Deal ends July 8th.
Life's a cruise, that's the move.
To get your case started, do yourself a favor and visit us at MikeCostelloLawFirm.com. 24/7, nights and weekends, 365 days a year, and we only collect if you get paid.
Welcome back, everyone. Georgia Alabama Sports Live Show. The man is here, Damian Daniels. How are you, brother?
Pretty good, man.
Listen, can we go to Coach? Actually, let's take a quick break because I got to get the football. I don't want to get up right now. Chris is looking at me like, are you kidding me? Me and Coach were just catching up. Quick break. You ain't even got to take a commercial. Just 10 seconds. I'll be right back.
Hello, everybody. This is DJ Jones with the Sports Vision's morning show for the best in local, regional, and national sports news. Weekdays from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m.
You can find the Sports Vision's morning show on Facebook, YouTube. Also, you can listen to us on Apple and Spotify by typing in the Sports Vision's morning show and download the Sports Vision's radio app right now in your app store today.
Sports Vision 92.1. We are your hometown sports guys.
We were going to get that football and was glad to be here, Coach. All right, we talked last week. You've had a week of preparation. How is game week looking like, and how was last week's prep week heading into the championship?
It's been good so far. A lot of meetings, like I said, a lot of film watching, just trying to, make sure we're in tune with everything. It's a lot of communication, I think, on both sides of the ball. Practice this week has been pretty good. Not perfect, not where I want it just yet, but we got one more day to get that right. But I'm pretty satisfied with where we are right now.
You're undefeated. You're going into this game, but what is your message to the team, knowing that both games were close and records be dang right now? This is y'all are both going in basically 0-0 for a championship.
And that's exactly what I just told the guys. I told them that our success for this season is still undefined. And those first two games don't matter. It's a one-game series, and winner take all. So, we have to go into it with that mindset and make sure we're doing everything possible individually and as a team to make sure that happens.
How do you feel like the guys having stretched back and DeAndre, the guys getting a full roster? You feel like practice is coming along, and you're excited about that in the championship?
Yeah,
you need those guys.
I feel great about having Stretch and DeAndre back. Those guys have been having a great season so far. So to go in this game, with a full roster with everybody, I feel like we need. Of course, it makes me feel comfortable, but we still have to go out and play.
Right.
So that's my main message. Just make sure we go out and play Lions football.
Offensively, those games against Wheeling, we've had our ups and our downs.
Yeah.
Do you feel like now with 2 games of film, Coach Coffey and the offense kind of good idea of what to expect from their defense now?
Yeah, I think we're a little bit more comfortable with everything. They do some things that, kind of give us some trouble. But like you say, this being the third time, we've seen it a couple times, been watching a ton of film this week. And, so I think we got a good beat on it. It's just a matter of us going out making plays. As long as we don't, overthink it.
Right.
And we just take what they give us, regardless of what that is, I feel like we'll be efficient.
Columbus Lions head coach Damian Daniels in studio, and we are talking about the championship game that is this Saturday. Coach, we have our coaches show tomorrow.
Right.
4 decisions,
Yeah.
last one of the season.
Yeah.
You need to come out, show support. 50-cent wings. It's always a time to tag,
Can't
Coach.
beat it.
Cannot beat the
Yeah.
vibe.
Can't beat it.
It's been fun all
Yeah.
year long. Shout out to 4 decisions and being able to host us this year. Isn't that right, Coach?
Oh yeah. Jason, man, he's been a fan of us for a couple years now. So hats off to him. He always welcomes us with open arms. He's always at the game. He's going to be there with us next Saturday or this Saturday coming up. So yeah, definitely shout out to them.
All right, Coach. You got 3 busfuls of fans, and a lot of these questions that we're going to talk on the Lions Coach Show, we'll have some different things too.
Yeah.
But you got 3 busfuls of fans that are going on.
Yeah.
I mean, not fans, bus full
Yeah.
of fans.
Yeah.
And that's pretty incredible.
It is.
I don't know if any other Lions era would have had this type of support,
Right.
Coach, in my opinion.
Right.
What's your thoughts knowing that you got at least some fan support coming up to win? Everybody's going to be watching at home.
Yeah.
Go to the tap. That's going to be the watch party, but at Pizza Place. But how awesome is it they're going with us?
Yeah, that's pretty awesome, man. But like I say, that all goes back to Roger Beck, Corey Black, man. They've been doing a wonderful job off the field all season, and it shows with the support that we're having here. And, I can't say enough, man, about how special that is and how much that means to me and my team to have that kind of support, willing to drive, 12 hours, to come support us at a game, a championship game. So, I told the guys earlier this week, we owe it to our fans to make sure we go out and put on a good show and make sure we bring it home for them.
What's the next couple of days look like, an itinerary leading into getting on that plane? Which, again, we are traveling. You're getting a Columbus Lions broadcast. Myself, Dave Plata, Mike Peacock, and, of course, all our production crew going to be in attendance. We're going to give you the best production possible. Coach, what's the itinerary for the guys in these next couple of days?
Tomorrow is always our recovery day. We get the guys off on Wednesday, make sure they get the bodies back right. Going to the gym, chiropractor, Hydro Live, whatever it needs to be to get your body back focused. And we'll practice again Thursday night. And that'll be the last one for the year, man. And then we're gonna get ready to rock and roll, and we're gonna pull out Friday morning.
We're trying to bring home that ring, baby.
Yeah.
Thank y'all so much for the community, from the bottom of our heart, from supporting us from start to finish. We need that now. Watch the stream. Go to the watch party. Go crazy and cheer on his Lions. Coach, one more win, baby.
Yes,
Let's
sir.
bring it
That's
home.
That's
And come hang out with us at Poor Decisions tomorrow. Been a great show. Thank you to Edwin Jackson. You know Edwin.
That's my man.
Hey,
that's my guy.
Come on now.
Yeah.
So,
Shaw Raider, man.
and I want to say this. Put it back on there. We got one guy that I won in the Chattahoochee Valley Sports Hall of Fame, near future.
Yeah.
And now I got another one in here. That's two guys that played on state championship teams. This is the greatest Columbus Lions player of all time. Now he's the coach doing great things. Speaking into existence. Let's give these guys their flowers.
Yeah.
All right, I'm done, Chris. Sorry, I had to do that.
I appreciate that.
You
man.
know, Coach,
Yeah.
I'm always going to show you love. Appreciate you. Appreciate Edwin, Mike Frost, and everyone else. We'll see you tomorrow live from Columbus Lions Coach Show, Poor Decisions. But it's a wrap on Georgia Alabama Sports Live Show.